This is Adam, and he suffers from gout. Try Urol. It helps to prevent crystallization of uric acid crystals in gout therapy. Urol, effective urinary alkalinizer for gout.
Good evening, I'm Ravina and this is KiniNews. Anwar's former political secretary has filed a lawsuit against Wan Fayhsal. Farhash is seeking 10 million ringgit in compensation for defamation.
Farhash Wafa Salvador is seeking 10 million ringgit in compensation from Machang MP Wan Fayhsal Wan Kamal. This is over an allegation that the former Perak PKR chief tried to induce and threaten opposition lawmakers to support Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. The former political secretary to Anwar filed the writ of summons at the Kuala Lumpur High Court on January 22nd, seeking 10 million ringgit in special damages. According to a copy of the statement of claim, Farhash claimed that Wan Fayhsal made the defamatory statement during a press conference at the sidelines of a parliamentary sitting last year. He claimed Wan Fayhsal made an allegation that there was a viral video on social media purportedly showing the former involved in swaying the opposition. Farhash rubbished the allegation as being untrue and claimed that Wan Fayhsal knowingly made the statement for political gain and fame by inciting public hatred against him and to humiliate him. Through the civil action, Farhash seeks 10 million ringgit in special damages, as well as unspecified general, aggravated, exemplary, and punitive damages. He also seeks a court order to compel the Bersatu leader to retract the alleged defamatory statement and to issue an unqualified public apology in newspapers and electronic news portals, as well as through a press conference. He is also seeking an injunction to prevent Wan Fayhsal from further spreading the alleged defamatory statement and an order for him to take down the statement from his social media accounts.
Meanwhile, Ratu Naga is suing the MACC to uphold her right to legal representation. This is linked to her arrest by the anti-graft agency on February 16.
Bersatu's Ratu Naga has gone to court to safeguard her fundamental right to be represented by lawyers during interrogation by MACC. Sharul Marina Abu Sama, or Ratu Naga as she is known, filed the originating summons at the Kuala Lumpur High Court on February 26. Her legal action against MACC and two other defendants is linked to her arrest by the anti-graft agency on February 16. She was released later the same day. The two other defendants are MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki and the federal government. According to the court papers, she seeks two court declarations, one of them being that she has a fundamental right under Article 5 of the Federal Constitution to be represented by counsel when being questioned by MACC. The other declaration sought is that the infringement of Sharul's right to counsel during MACC interrogation violated her constitutional right to liberty and equality before the law.
The police have submitted their investigation paper on Hadi to the AGC for further action. Hadi was being investigated over his published statement on upholding Islam, where he allegedly addressed several parties including the Malay rulers.
Inspector General of Police Razarudin Hussain has confirmed that the investigation papers on past President Abdul Hadi Awang's remarks has been submitted to the Attorney General's chambers for further action. Razarudin told Berita Harian that the police are awaiting instruction from the AGC on the case. On Tuesday, the police spent an hour recording Hadi's statement. This was after Razarudin confirmed that Hadi was being investigated under Section 4(1) of the Sedition Act and the Communications and Multimedia Act over his published statement last February 20th on upholding Islam, where he allegedly addressed several parties including the Malay rulers.
Merans has responded to the MACC investigation against him. When quizzed about the matter, Merans said that everyone in Malaysia was facing challenges and that he would overcome it.
Mirzan Mahathir believes that landing in the MACC's crosshairs is an opportunity to prove himself. When quizzed on the investigation against him, he said he is doing okay and will just have to take things in stride. He said in Malaysia, everyone is facing challenges and he had to accept and overcome it. He told Scoop that he is trying his best to get through it and stated that he has never been interested in politics. Mirzan said he did not choose to be born into a family which is always in the limelight and pointed out that he has never been a member of any political party. He said all he wanted to do is business and he thinks there is a perception that one intrudes into the other, but said that he clearly avoids that because he knew what his principles are, where he stands, where the borders are, and the importance of not crossing the line. Since he is unable to control this perception, Merans said he just has to live with it. He stressed that he's also heading many companies and has a lot of people depending on the businesses. He said he has to do the best, not just for himself, but for them too. In January, the MACC summoned Merans and his brother Mokzani for questioning, although the exact nature of the investigation is unclear. The brothers were also slapped with an order under Section 36 of the MACC Act, which requires them to declare their assets within 30 days. The two have since been given an extension.
The UNHCR has not received a formal confirmation concerning access to immigration detention facilities. This is according to its Kuala Lumpur spokesperson Yanti Ismail.
The UNHCR has still not received official confirmation that it would be granted access into immigration detention depots. This is despite Home Minister Saifuddin Nasution stating last month that there were no qualms about granting access. UNHCR Kuala Lumpur spokesperson Yanti Ismail told Malaysia Kini that at this time they did not have a formal confirmation with regard to access to immigration detention facilities. However, she said they looked forward to resuming their work in accessing the facilities to determine if there are detained persons, especially vulnerable individuals like children and the elderly, requiring their attention, as well as those who may be asylum seekers or refugees in need of international protection and advocating for their release. Yanti added that the UNHCR has been having close discussions with the government for many years on a framework of cooperation on managing the refugee situation in the country. Previously, the UNHCR had said that it has been unable to get access into detention centers since August 2019. On Wednesday, Human Rights Watch launched a report on chilling accounts about the conditions of immigration detention centers in Malaysia.
Afif Bahardin believes that the move by a Bersatu Assembly person to pledge support for Selangor Menteri Besar will not affect the party. He said that they were disappointed with the move, but the party remains strong in Selangor.
Bersatu Supreme Council member Dr. Afif Bahardin said Selat Kelang Assembly person Abdul Rashid Asari's support for Selangor Menteri Besar Amiruddin Syari does not weaken Bersatu's position in the state. He said the matter was disappointing, but the party remains strong in Selangor. Afif added that the party would continue their work and service there and also represent the Malaysians in Selangor. According to him, there are many more new people that the party will present from time to time. He said, "The fact is that Rashid's actions have no effect and it is more of a personal decision." Yesterday, Rashid had voiced his support for Amiruddin, saying his decision was made based on several factors. He explained that he also made a decision for the well-being of his constituents who would benefit from a stable and strong state government. Rashid served as the Selangor Bersatu chief from September 2020 until January this year, before being replaced by Azmin Ali.
A DAP lawmaker wants the authorities to take action against those responsible for spreading hateful messages. This came after notes warning M.Ming not to challenge Islam was scattered outside his parents' house in Perak.
DAP lawmaker Shalina Abdul Rashid has called on authorities to take swift and decisive action against those responsible for spreading hateful messages across all platforms. She said this in response to the notes warning Housing and Local Government Minister M.Ming not to challenge Islam, which was scattered outside his parents' house in Perak. In a statement, she said there can be no room for intolerance in our society, and those who promote such ideologies must be held accountable. She stressed that it is not an isolated incident, but rather a stark reminder of the poisonous presence of religious extremism and hate-mongering tactics within our society. She said it is deeply concerning when individuals resort to hate-filled tactics to sow discord, and such actions do not only undermine our unity, but also threaten the peace and stability of our nation. Sharlina said it is imperative that Malaysians as citizens of a democratic and multiracial nation reject and denounce discrimination or bigotry based on religion, ethnicity, or any other grounds. She added that Malaysia's diversity should be celebrated and cherished instead of being used as a tool for division and hatred. Yesterday, it was reported that Nga's mother, who discovered the notes, had lodged a police report.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Ravina. Thank you for watching.